mate. How you going, Ashley? Where's the VL going?
And here we go. It's that time of month.
G'day guys, I'm Telfo. This is Scotty, and this is Bench Racing, live from Eagle Auto Parts in Dandenong, which is pretty much like the Raiders of the Lost Ark warehouse at the end of that movie. That's that place for cars. It
Yeah.
is insane.
I mean, this is the ultimate toy shop, you know, like this is, yeah, I love it.
These guys
I love
have everything. It's insane.
it. Yeah.
Just sitting here in the showroom, there aren't many cars that have a big block 71 Mach 1 Mustang, a 70 Cuda convertible,
Yep.
and a big block 67 Camaro. Just sitting around.
Yeah, and that's just sitting down here. There's cars all over this
This is just the
showroom.
back room.
Yeah, this is awesome. So yeah, this has been long overdue. We should have come here, but before now, I don't know why it's taken us so long. But man, they've got places in Sydney, places in Brisbane as well, and then they've got this awesome showroom here in Dandenong. It's just brilliant. I mean, there is motors everywhere, there's cars everywhere, there's hot rods, Harleys, and then as Telf said before, out the back there's a warehouse that is like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where you see all those just boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. They've got Cadillac North Star V8s and Duramaxes, and then every Chev engine that you can dream of is out there. It's just amazing. So,
I think they're hiding Elvis out there. Like, you would never find him.
yeah, well, I'll bet you there's a bit of Elvis on that jukebox over there, but we'll have a bit of a look around the showroom later. But
So what have you been up to this month, Scotty?
oh man, it has been just a flat stick. I mean, obviously everyone knows about the Turbo Taxi and what's going on there, but what they don't know is we've actually got a few project cars on the go at the same time. So managing all that stuff, being really flat out. You know, obviously the Turbo Taxi's been the main focus, but still, you know, all that stuff takes up time. I'm not complaining. It's a great job. I'm not giving it up anytime soon, I'll tell you, because no, it's awesome, and you're going to see some fantastic stuff coming through later in the year. But yeah, Turbo Taxi, I guess, is.
Yeah, so you zoomed up to Sydney to race the thing
I sure
randomly
did.
last week on State of Origin night in the freezing cold.
Yeah, I didn't even think about State of Origin night and all that sort of stuff. I mean, we raced it Friday before at Calder Park, didn't get the numbers we wanted. Then I was like, how are we going to make this faster? So find a converter on Facebook and bought that, and you know, jammed it in on the Monday, and like, I'm going to Sydney on Tuesday night, you know, and they're like, we're road tuning at 6:30, and then we're like, all right, Jason, see ya. And just as soon as I left Jason from Tunnel Vision, you know, like, we'd been road tuning the car, and I drove to Albury, and then, you know, and it's been pretty full on. You know, we drove 900 k's to Sydney and raced that thing in a Wednesday night street meet, and turned out to be the right night of the week to go because, as you said, State of Origin was on, so less people at the track. But, you know, anyway.
Let's check it out.
Let's check out what happened. So, Andrew, what are we doing here today?
I got a couple of mufflers in this thing because it's a bit off.
Just a bit loud. Hey guys, we're at Sydney Dragway with the Turbo Taxi. We've just driven this thing up 850 k's from Melbourne.
shit! Woohoo! Fuck yeah!
So what do you reckon about that,
You're
man?
pretty happy there.
I was ecstatic. After that, that was the first pass we made at Sydney Dragway. So we got a little bit better, but we also had some wheel spin issues, but we're going to fix that as well. So
Remember, this is a taxi with a stock 4-speed auto,
yeah,
single pegger diff.
single pegger diff. The engine is internally stock. Like
Yeah.
that is.
And it's a petrol,
Yeah.
stock petrol engine.
Didn't
Right.
even have valve springs at that
Running on
stage.
LPG.
We have fixed that right now though, because yeah. So we drove it up. Yeah, like I said, 900 k's up, 900 k's back. It got like, 14.5 litres per 100 k's. So, man, it gets better economy than my Falcon wagon, which is also on gas. So, I think it's doing all right.
Very environmentally friendly, and we're going to race it again this weekend.
Yep. So I was really stoked to what we did at Sydney Dragway, but we're racing at Heathcote this weekend, Ford Forum Drag Nationals. So 11s. That's what I'm saying. 11s. This weekend we're going to do it. We're going to race Friday night and Saturday, and yeah, we're definitely going to go
Heathcote
11s.
Park,
Yeah,
place to race.
that's the thing. Yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah.
So eventually we're going to run 10s in this thing, but we're not going to do it before carnage is over, yeah?
At the moment, 10s feels like so far away, but we're stepping down so quickly that we're not going to do it on the stock like this petrol engine, because it is, like I said, it is a stock petrol engine at the moment. They're the weakest of the bunch.
Yep.
We've got to really put that LPG motor to make the best out of it.
Yep.
But,
And we've got half a fuel system.
It's
So
coming.
we've set it
Yeah,
up with
that's
one
right.
half of a fuel system. We've maxed that out. Then after the Ford Forums race, we'll put in the fuel system.
go back to Jason and get him to do that second set
Tune
of
it up,
injectors.
and then
yeah, for sure.
Maybe a drag challenge, we can run a 10.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah, drag challenge.
it's coming together.
It is. We've got some tracks locked in. We've got some sponsors locked in. All that sort of stuff. So, it's all looking pretty good. So, and if you haven't heard, and we haven't really made a big announcement about it yet, we're going to start and finish in Adelaide this year. So we're going to do Adelaide, Mildura, Swan Hill, Portland, back to Adelaide. Totally different to every other year, and we like to change it up from year to year. So. I think it's a good thing. That's what they do in Drag Week in the States as well. They always change it up, different tracks every year, because no one wants it to be same. So, yeah.
And it's a challenge for the Queensland guys. They've got further to come. But then for the Western Australian guys and the Adelaide guys, it's their turn to have sort of our own.
And then the Melbourne guys aren't going to have it as, I'll say easy in inverted commas as they have. It's never easy, but having that access to their own houses and garages and that certainly gave them an advantage over guys coming from, say, Queensland, Sydney or Adelaide. So, and then we've got the sponsors come on again, like Howtech and Turbo Smart are back again, Tough Mounts is back again, and then a new sponsor, K&N.
Yep.
So we've got 4 sponsors already signed up. We've still got, I think, a couple to come, but things are looking really good for Drag Challenge.
So November 12th to 17. Last year we had over 100 cars, maybe 150 this year.
Yeah, we're going to look at around the 150 mark. We might take a couple more because we always have a couple drop out right in that last week. A couple of guys sort of get to that point where they go, yeah, we ain't going to make it. But
if you want it, the entry's not open yet, but you just email us, say, here we are, here's my car, here's my details, put us on the waiting list. And don't panic, you'll be okay, and entries will be open in a couple of weeks.
I mean, we'll take most cars. They're probably... I guess we don't want 15-second stockers and, just some guy in his, as much as I don't mind, a manged up VN or whatever, I don't want to see a whole field of them.
You love V6 Commodores.
Yeah, but I want to see
You're always wanting to turbocharge them.
I want to see quick V6 Commodores. I don't want to see slow ones.
Look, we have a great, we always have a great mix from the 7-second Warriors right down to, really cool hot rods that are doing wheel stands and running 11s and doing the whole thing on their head. So it's always a good field.
And talking about tough cars, we've got,
Adam from MPW has a new car in the build.
He sure does. So it is looking, it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes, because obviously he came second with No Show last year.
VT.
And No Show is a heavy car. It's not light. So he figures, take that motor, makes a shitload of power, take that motor, stick it in a lighter car. So
with a bit more tyre?
I think, a little bit more tyre. Like he could have run a 315 on No Show, but he ran 275 just because
that's the standard.
He did, but
275 is where it's at.
Yeah, but so he's going, I think, 315.
Yep.
I'm getting a nod from Aiden. Aiden's right across this thing. Let's have a look at what they've done so far, and yeah.
G'day, I'm Adam from MPW Performance up in Dandenong, Victoria. This is our new project car, aka All Show.
Buckle up.
That's to give the illusion of going fast.
We're going really fast at the moment.
Well, we're going to test out reverse, I reckon. Let's see if reverse works.
Reverse.
Yep.
Don't need to strap that down.
The worst power reading I've ever seen. That was its last hurrah. We're done.
No turning back now.
Unfortunately, that
Cardboard wheel tub.
About 20.
That's cool, man.
I love watching that show.
So there you have it. So he's building a lighter car, same sort of power, you know, so that's going to be one to watch out for next year, or this year, sorry. So he's trying to get it ready for Red Centre Nats, so he's going to unveil it there. And from what he's talking, it's going to be a very cool car, hence the name All Show. But, you know, we're hearing all sorts of rumours of tough cars getting built for DC, and yeah, it's certainly some, it's going to be a big year.
it's going to be huge. And there's a full video of that build part one. We're going to follow the whole thing. And we've put subtitles on it now, so you can watch it when you're at work in meetings. So you just click on the right-hand side of the thing, and the subtitles will come up, and
Yeah,
the boss
that's
will
cool.
think you're checking the spreadsheets, but you'll really be checking out Adam. Now, Drag Challenge is one thing, but Drag Week in the States is a whole other thing. So for Aussies to go and do that is a massive
Oh,
thing.
it's huge.
John Frone's done it heaps of times, done an amazing
Yeah.
job. More and more Aussies going all the time.
Yeah.
We know of 3 cars leaving from Queensland shortly. Brian Jensen's had his Trana back here. Went right through it, had a couple of passes, going back to the States in a
Ran
box.
at 9:30 the other
Yeah.
day. Natural, like
Yep.
that's tough.
Yep,
you know,
sure
that
is.
car never ran that quick in the States, so that's pretty solid. So
And Arby is sending Poor 440. He's had it up there at the Gazard Brothers to go through the rear end.
Yeah.
The car did Drag Challenge, you know, virtually on its head. Arby
Yeah,
wasn't
it
even
did-
there.
it did it
He just
easy.
threw the keys to the Haltech boys and said, off you go, and they ran faster and faster every day.
9-1's right at the end of the trip, which is pretty awesome. You know,
So let's hear from Arby about his plans. He's not just going to do Drag Week, he's going to make it super hard for himself.
of course, yeah, it's
It's a challenge.
It is going to be a challenge.
G'day, it's Arby here, and this is my Valiant Poor 440. If you're not familiar with the car, it's a project car that we started building about a year ago. It's a 1970 Valiant Coupe fitted with basically a junkyard engine, and we decided to build a car to really test the limits of what a 5.3 iron block LS motor can do. The car's run a best of 9.1 at almost 151 mile an hour, which we did at the Street Machine Drag Challenge in October last year. So we've really decided to take the next step with the car and take on possibly the most grueling street car event in the world, which is to take the car to the States to compete in Hot Rod Drag Week. And we're not going over there to set any records. We're not going over there to take on the Lutzes and the Larsons of the world, but we're going to take the car over there and try and run 8-second passes every day on a 235 tyre and show that this junkyard special is really a tough little car. But to take it even further, we're going to ship the car to California and we're going to road trip it. Let's do a 6-7 day road trip across the states. We're going to take in the highlights, do drag week, drive that thing home and probably rack up around 7,000 kilometres over a couple of weeks. That'll certainly make me happy and it should impress a few people. When you lift the hood, it's not flash, but everything in there has been really well planned and works exceptionally well. So the engine's a 5.3, which comes out of a Silverado or an American truck. We just got the engine, re-gapped the top rings, put a little John's Performance cam in it and had him supply the turbo, which is a billet wheel 80mm turbo. Aside from that, it's got valve springs and a set of head gaskets in it, but the motor's stock. So backing up the 5.3, which is only a 320 odd cube engine, 2-speed power glide, Dominator converter, 3.5-inch tail shaft, and at the rear of the car we've got a competition engineering sheet metal 9-inch diff, strange centre, 35 spline axles. All the rear end is Gazzard Brothers. We've got the split mono lease, we've got the Gazzard traction bars, no mini tubs. It's got a chromoly roll cage. Aside from that, there's a set of racing seats and the Haltech 7-inch LED data style dash. And this is where I step up and say, this is what we're going to do. So I guess in some respects, you know, you may be setting yourself up for failure, but I'd rather live with failure than regrets. And I want to have a go at this and I'm going to do the best I can. And I feel I've got a great car to do it in. And I'm looking forward to doing it with friends and having a great time.
Man, the Americans are going to lose their shit over that. I mean, they're already convinced Brian Jensen's Tirana is some sort of custom Chevy Vega, and then you got Harry with the Aussie Chevelle. That thing's getting tubbed, and I hear they're going to lower the turbos slightly, you know, just give it a bit more, you know,
make it
visual.
A sleeper.
Yeah, well, maybe not sleeper, but they'll still be out of the bonnet. But yeah, maybe not as high as they are, because yeah, Harry reckons it is really hard to fucking see out of. And then, you know, obviously, yeah, and then RB Sting, man, they're going to lose their shit over that because, you know, to them it's a Dodge Dart with a different front, so they recognise what sort of car it is, but then it's going to be right-hand drive, and then with an LS in it and a turbo, and it's RB wants to run 8s with that thing, and then, you know, like he wants to drive it from California, California to Cordova, which is up in Michigan, I think. I've got to remember, Illinois or Michigan, and it's like
it's a long way away.
It's a long way from California. It's a huge.
It has put
drive.
air conditioning in it, so should be comfortable.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other 3 cars that are going in a box out of Queensland is Jamie Farmer's Falcon. Jamie's a real Pro Street stalwart. He had a twin turbo Capri on a real small tyre that was super quick.
That was really quick, that
13,
car.
14 years ago.
For a small tyre car.
Really early
and
turbo
small turbos too.
Deal.
Yeah.
Yep, really cool.
Yeah.
So his next thing is a Falcon Ute, an XH.
XHXG.
Those weird ones that are like an XF at the back, but they have the EL front.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not that anymore, is it? No, and it's really going to confuse the Yanks.
Yeah. Oh, they're just not going to know what this thing is. But let's have a look at what Jamie's done. is going to freak them out. I mean, no doubt someone will start calling it the Aussie Ranchero, I reckon, because, you know, Falcon Ute and all that sort of stuff, which was Ranchero in the States, you know. But at the end of the day, it is just a plain old Falcon Ute. I mean, it's something that, man, you can get these things for $500 any day of the week on Facebook or, you know, eBay, Gumtree, anywhere, you know. So this thing runs 8, so it's going to get noticed.
Yep, LS, twin turbos in the tray.
Yeah.
It's a very tricky setup.
Yeah.
Shall we have a look around the showroom?
I reckon we should. I might even take my drink with me. So,
Ready?
yeah. All right, so I might let
67
you do the
Camaro?
talking here.
Yep, 67 Camaro, 4-speed 454. Yep, I'd have that.
Convertible too.
Convertible.
You know, a convertible's always more dollars.
70 CUDA, 340 6-pack, I believe.
6-pack, really?
Yeah, it's a conversion.
Okay, I was going to say, slapstick auto, someone's done a pistol grip on it. But got the big 340 billboards on the side. I've got to say, the black doesn't do it for me on the billboards. If it had been white billboards on the green, I think they would have looked fantastic.
You're not going to knock it back though.
No, oh man, if someone said, dude, this is yours, I'd be a happy boy.
How good would it have been if we had got tacos on the bonnets of our Chargers?
How good is that?
So cool.
That is
and
fantastic.
another big block, 429.
Yeah.
Mach 1 71 Mustang. That is just... These Mustangs don't get as much press as the early ones. They're not as pretty, but I reckon they're tough as.
Look at that rocker cover collection in the background.
Yeah.
I do notice there's not... there's not much Mopar stuff there. Have to talk to the boys about that.
There's a bit of Mopar stuff around.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go put on my Superman outfit.
Make a call.
Yeah. Very trick.
Cool. Look at this, carbies, boxes of... Whoa, you tricked the door. Boxes of carbies, demons, man. I haven't seen demons for a while. They don't make them anymore.
What do you think of these LS manifolds?
I like it, and I think we should put one on our next project.
Right. There's a hint to what motor is in our next project.
Well, yes.
You heard it here first?
Yep. But,
These guys have all
they got like
a ridiculous amount of LS stuff.
how many of those manifolds? There's 10 of them right there. And that's brand new. That is like a new thing from Edelbrock. They've only just come out, so that is very cool. Yeah, we need some of that.
Yeah, look at this joint. Imagine out the back is this giant warehouse with pallet racking to the sky.
Yeah.
And rows and rows and rows and rows just full of this stuff. It is like heaven.
Look at this. Big block, big block, big block, big block. 572. I love that. Look, I'm a Mopar guy, but I love horsepower. I love engines, man. I would stick that in something. Probably a QE. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
LSA.
Yep.
Gen 4. This is the latest
Yeah,
and greatest. Haven't seen many of these in
LT4.
in cars in Australia yet.
Yeah. How much power is that? I think it's 460 horsepower, which isn't a bad start. That's not bad. There you are, GM 6 litre.
This is a really rare thing.
Oh,
LT5 quad cam Corvette motor, made in the
early 90s.
early 90s,
Yeah.
just when the recession was about to drop. Totally scratch built, designed by Lotus, built by Mercury Marine, and these guys have 2 of them.
Sorry, I'm going to step through there. But yeah, just Aidan, come around, just have a look. But you've got, like, just take that in. This is a quad cam 32 valve Corvette motor. I mean, these were way, way, way ahead of their time. Like, no one was even thinking about doing this stuff. And they were making 400 horsepower.
Well, the Japs were.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. But
For an American car.
for American car, 400 horsepower back in the early 90s, man.
Yep.
That was the fastest production car of its time. So, yeah.
And because it was designed by English people, they put the water pump in such a place that you have to remove the intake manifold. So it's nice that they got that bit of English thinking
And the
in there.
starter motor there. Yeah, there's
Starter
the
motor,
starter
sorry.
motor, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Starter
a
motor's
real-
right up here. Come and have a look, Aidan. That's where your starter motor comes through. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
It's cool from an engineering point of view, but totally ridiculous.
Probably
Mind
the guy
you-
that designed the Triumph Stag designed this too.
Yeah.
I'm tipping. Let's go up the stairs.
Ford stuff for the Ford guys.
Oh,
Come on.
All right, Ford guys.
You got to love a bit of, that looks like an 8.2 deck, like a 302, 347, something like that. But, man, Ford Racing.
That's the thing about Eagle is they have a workshop at the back. So if you want the motor dressed up in a particular way, painted, they don't just come as a bare thing. They'll trick it up for you really nice, so it's ready just to drop in the car.
And as you can see on the walls, there's just, they've got everything, Wow. All the goodies. Nitrous.
Oh, wait.
Give me 2 of these.
Oh yeah, we do need some of this, don't we?
Yeah. The big shot. I love that. And a bit of Edelbrock nitrous as well. It's all
Can
happening.
we fill up the nitrous here?
Wow, they do nitrous refills. No?
Ah,
Ah. But we know people who do, so not a big drama. Look at this. Autometer. Autometer for days. Yeah, look at them all. Way over there. ARP. Oh, now I know where to get all my ARP bolts. And that's just LS bolts.
wow.
Look at that. Just LS bolts. Man. This place.
This mall has everything.
Yeah.
Coyote motor.
Coyote.
Yep.
Yes. We need to get one of these and put it in something as well.
Yes. Yes.
So many plans, so little time.
Yep. We're doing a Ford now. We've got to move on to something else. A big block, blown LPG, Dearborn juice. So this is a repro steel body with a built-in roof.
I want it all. Give me all. That is cool though. Look at that, blown big block. Man,
On the barbecue gas.
That's got to be. I did not notice that.
Yeah.
Wow. LPG, brother. That's what we like. Like the taxi.
7302 Boss Mustang.
So 70. Okay.
The taco on the bonnet
So
again.
not the 69 like Sid Chrome's doing.
Nope. This is the tougher one.
Yeah,
I
well
think.
that's right. It's a Boss, not a Mark 1.
Here's one for you, Scotty.
Yes, 440.
See, they do dress them up nicely, don't they?
Actually, come around here,
Little
Aidan.
paint, you know, little
This
little
R5,
touches.
if you're a Mopar guy, because I couldn't work this out, what does this R5 mean? I've never seen it before on a big block. R5 is usually a NASCAR small block. I have no idea why it's on a 440 big block, but I'd like that. But if you know what that is, put it in the comments because I'd love to know, because I really don't. And I couldn't find the answer on Google. So yeah, big block Ford as well. A lot of EFI bits and pieces, all the Holly gear. Holly's been making big grounds into the EFI market.
That's
you
what
know,
Terry
so
Seng uses, hey?
he loves the Dominator system. He thinks it's the best thing, you know.
Yep.
So, and they were using the Dominator system on the Chevelle over in the States as well.
Yeah, right.
You know, so the boys were, you know, they took that car from a non-running car to an 8-second car in a week.
Yep.
You know, so it gives you an idea of those boys. The stuff works.
The stuff works.
Yeah.
And the guys know this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice looking LS as well.
Yep. Ready for
LSX.
boost?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a V8 motor.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not your massive big banger, but
No.
still pretty tough.
So the whole idea behind these things is they are made for boost. So B8 means 8 pounds of boost, but which isn't a lot, but still, that's what they kind of guarantee it for. So you can put 8 pounds in that thing and it will last.
No worries.
Yeah, no
What could
worries.
we put more than that in the taxi already?
If you want a B15 motor like Elvio's got in his Capri,
Yep.
then that's the next level up. So they do really well as well.
59 Impala.
Oh, look at that.
It's got a 348 W motor.
No way.
Yeah, man.
That is cool.
That
And a
is-
4-speed as well.
Yep. Likes his
What?
4 speeds.
That is insane.
It's such a beautiful car.
So I've got to carry the iPad with me, otherwise there's no show.
Yep.
So-
not Adam. And it's a blueprint motor.
yeah, I heard that. How cool is that? You know, and the blueprint motors apparently do really well. Like we've seen them on shows over in the States, some of the internet shows. I'll give Hot Rod a shout out on their Engine Master series.
Yep.
They do really well with them, and they seem to make good power. So Why not? Why wouldn't you? For
One
the
of your
money,
dream
you know?
engines, isn't
yeah.
it? All right.
What else we got?
I think we should probably get back before the batteries run out.
You reckon?
Yeah.
How are we looking? Yeah, we're starting to get down there.
Clutches.
Clutches. For those that like to shift.
Oh, and the world's fastest bar stool.
Sorry about that. I've got that flu.
This is just a small block bar stool. There are big block ones apparently,
Yeah.
but this looks absolutely terrifying. I would love to try it.
You're not going to sit on it?
We got to get back.
Yes, we do.
We got a show to get through.
Back to the show. All right. Where are we at?
Oh, where are we at?
So this place is amazing. So yeah, if any of my family members are watching this, I don't know if they do gift certificates, but if they do, I want a gift certificate from here. You know, like my birthday's coming up, so you know, show Scotty the love.
Yep, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, you got that thing mounted yet? You right? You got it? Cool. We're back in. Zoom in a little bit, please.
We have a giant crew here.
Yeah.
There's about
yes.
15 guys working here.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like yeah. Yeah. So
What else has been happening in the world of drag racing?
Holden
Holden
powered,
Nationals.
Yeah, Holden powered Nats. So that was pretty cool. I have never seen so many cars at Heathcote.
Yeah?
You know, like the pits there were just, they were packed. I mean, there was cars from all over. You had cars from Queensland and Adelaide, you know, Sydney, cars from all over. And there was some serious times. And I reckon we should take a look.
Let's check it out. Of course, there's been lots of street-style drag racing, but we've got the Winter Nationals coming up this weekend.
Sure have.
And there's been a lot of testing on the weekend. And
Bit in Sydney happened.
Bit in Sydney, and the Fabietti team called in reigning Miss Summer Nats to help with some testing.
Really?
On the door slammer.
Yeah.
We've got a video about that dropping tomorrow, but we'll give you a little sneak preview now.
Yep. So Jasmine went for a ride.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Waddell. I'm here at Sydney Dragway with Street Machine, and I'm ready to ride in a door slammer car.
We've got the 3 times Apple racing champion, Terry Bullman, down there as well. We've just got to get that fit on the line.
What are you doing in here?
Right. Door on.
Yep.
That was heaps fun. Yeah, heaps fun. I want to do it again.
So if you want to see a longer version of that clip, check out the website tomorrow. We're going to have the full version of that clip. Jasmine going for a ride.
Yep.
It is pretty good.
I think they needed a smaller seat for her. She was really moving around in that seat.
There's not a lot of her, and there's a lot of room in that seat. Obviously, it's made for one size fits nobody, but yeah. So
Let's check out quickly what's in the new mag.
yeah, we've got a new mag coming out. There it is. Well, it's out actually, isn't
Yep,
it?
she's
It
out.
is. It's well and truly out. So let me just check what I'm doing here. But yeah, let's have a look. So that's another cracking issue, and so that's on the stands now. Obviously, yeah, Castlemaine Rod Shop car on the cover. That is insane.
It is insane. I saw they had it on the burnout pad doing a test, I think at Avalon the other day, and set the pad on fire.
Yeah. So
Now,
what's coming up
there's
next?
heaps on this weekend. We're going to be in Heathcote at the Ford Forum Nationals.
Sure will.
Racing the taxi, but there's also Winter Nationals, so we'll have Steve Kelly will be up there covering that for us. Brashnats in Sydney, if the weather holds out, fingers crossed, guys. Our good mates, the Booths, are holding the HDHR Holden Nationals.
Really?
That's going to be at Epic, where Summernats is, down Top Street.
Oh, yeah.
No burnouts, I'm afraid, but if you like your HDs and HRs, they're coming from all over the country.
Early Holden Tragics.
Yeah, and there's the Classic Festival Speed at Eastern Creek.
Yeah, cool. So, man, that is a big weekend.
It is.
You know, so long weekends obviously
We
always
need
busy.
to go and get ready to race this car.
Yeah.
So what's the last thing we're going to look at, Scotty?
All right, so we'll send you off with a very classic piece of, well, it's not a classic piece of video, but it's a classic car. And it's in a car that's featured, well, the guy's shed is featured in the latest mag. And it's a old sprint car, one of the first sprint cars.
Pretty much changed the face of Speedway in Australia.
Yeah, sure
We've got
did.
a full video on this thing up on the website now. Here's a little taste for you.
Yep, and this is basically us sending you off. So we'll see you next month. Hope you enjoyed the show. But check this out, and we'll see you next month.
Yeah.
My name's Bob Blacklaw. My passion is restoring old vintage Speedway cars. My latest creation I've finished the Johnny Anderson sprint car, which is basically the first fully imported American sprint car to be brought into Australia. It's been probably a 20-year build. I was still racing sprint cars and still working 6 days, 7 days a week, so I didn't really have a lot of time to work on the car. So it was just basically It was just sort of, when I had spare time, I worked on it. The car first came to Australia in 1972. When it got here, we were basically still racing old super modifieds, which were just basically homemade cars. The Anderson car was just so much lighter than all the modifieds here. It was just a lot, wasn't a lot quicker, but it was just that, always had that little bit of an edge. Yeah, the Anderson car in this day was just something special. So it's basically a bit of a mad rush the last 12 months to get it ready for the Australian title, because I'd sort of committed to have the car finished for that. So I was fortunate, I had all good people around me and they come to the party, and that was finished for the Australian title by the end of January, so yeah. Reaction from the Anderson car has been absolutely incredible. Like the last night of the title, I left it near the front gate, the main gate where people walked in through the turnstiles, and there were just people around it all night looking at it. After I had a run round, I brought it back, and it was in the pits, and there were just that many people come up looking at it and just couldn't believe what they were looking at. So, and people that remember it back in the old days, you know, they were just fascinated to see it again. So yeah, it's brought me a lot of pleasure in that, and been absolutely fantastic, you know. And then, you know, to see the articles in Street Machine on it, then the program, Parramatta, the Australian title program, put a free page article on it. So yeah, it's been worth all the effort over 20 years to get it done, you know.